Today is week 21 of the Dopamine deck, where I have a jumbo-sized deck of cards, and every week my daughter helps me pick one out, and then I paint something happy on it. There are 52 cards in a deck, 52 weeks in a year. Apparently, a long weekend at the beach and an hour at the local pool was not enough swimming time for Penny, that she felt she needed to dive into the deck of cards as well. She is definitely a little water baby, whether it's jumping in puddles, bath time, or swim lessons. One of the absolute highlights of my week is swimming with Penny. She and I have been swimming together, whether in lessons or just the two of us in the pool, since she was about 5 months old. When I was a kid, I was terrified of water, and that fear was definitely not helped after my car accident. The feeling of not being able to breathe under the water reminded me of not being able to breathe while I was trapped in the car. It was only in my 20s that I discovered the joy and the freedom in swimming, in feeling weightless in the water. The only time I had ever felt that kind of freedom was when I used to figure skate. Feeling the cold rink air on my face is oddly reminiscent of feeling the water splash across me as I swim laps. You can't talk to anybody else. You can't check your phone. It's just you and the water. Or if you're skating, you and the frozen water. These days, I swim a lot more than I skate, but that's not how it always was. I used to skate nearly every single day. My whole life revolved around it, and my parents' lives, too. They'd watch me practice, they'd drive me to competitions, and every time I competed, my mom would draw a little heart on my hand, just to remind me if I got scared or nervous while I was out on the ice, I could just look at my hand and know that she was with me. She always wrote it in permanent marker, and it would hide behind the long sleeves of my skating dresses. I remember going into my big jumps that always made me nervous, and I would look down at my hand as I prepared to take that jump. And I did. I felt better seeing that little heart. One of my fears about skating these days is if something were to happen, if I were to fall and I would hurt my hands. I couldn't paint, I couldn't sew punklings, but most of all, I couldn't hold my baby. And one of the most special things about getting to swim with Penny is she's not quite ready to swim on her own yet, even though she's getting better and better, but I still have to hold her as she kicks her feet and paddles her little hands and blows bubbles. If she gets scared, I remind her that I'm right there, not to be scared, that I'm always with her. Just like a little heart on my wrist, and just like the E.E. Cummings poem that my brother read at my wedding, I carry her heart, and I carry my mom's heart. I carry it in my heart, always.